How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the PlayStation Plus 15th anniversary weekend offer that goes until June 30th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history and are at least a 75 on Metacritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm actually closing in on 3,000, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping from me, let's get into the video. First up, we've got Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition for $39. If you've been living under a rock the past few years and somehow missed everything about this game, here's a quick synopsis. Awful release, updates made it much better. The expansion, Phantom Liberty, is one of the best expansions in recent history, and you'll probably like the game. This is the sprawling open-world RPG set in the dystopian Night City, where you play as V, a mercenary navigating the high-tech underworld of cybernetic enhancements, corporate corruption, and moral choices that shape your story. Trophy-wise, the base game is a 3 out of 10 for difficulty and around 70 hours to finish, and the DLC, Phantom Liberty, is a 3 out of 10 for difficulty and around 20 hours to finish. Next, we've got the Batman Arkham Collection for $6, and this includes the remastered Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, Arkham Knight, and all the DLC that ever released for all three of the games. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are two of the best games ever released in that PS3/Xbox 360 generation, and Arkham Knight is certainly no slouch comparatively, so if you missed out on the series or want to go back through for another playthrough, it's a great price for a great bundle. Trophy-wise, Arkham Asylum is a 6 out of 10 for difficulty and around 20 hours to finish. Arkham City is a 7 out of 10 for difficulty and around 60 hours to finish across 2 playthroughs, including a playthrough on New Game Plus. And Arkham Knight is a 4 out of 10 for difficulty and around 40 hours to finish, again with 2 playthroughs because of New Game Plus. Next, we've got Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown Complete Edition for $25, and this includes the Mask of Darkness Story DLC, as well as the Two Thrones, Dark Prince, and Immortals outfits, Prosperity Bird Amulet, and Digital Adventure Guide. This is the 2D Metroidvania-style Prince of Persia game that released at the beginning of last year, and from what I've heard anecdotally from friends that played it, it's a genuinely fun combat system with plenty of platforming puzzles to figure out, so if you're into Metroidvania-style games, this is a pretty good one to try out. Trophy-wise, it's a 4 out of 10 for difficulty and around 25 hours to finish. Next, we've got Cult of the Lamb Heretic Edition for about $17, and this includes the Cultist and Heretic packs for new follower items, base decorations, and a new fleece for the Lamb. This is the darkly charming roguelike action game released back in 2022, where you, a resurrected lamb indebted to a mysterious deity, build and manage a cult of woodland followers while venturing into procedurally generated dungeons to slay heretics, gather resources, and perform rituals. Trophy-wise, it's a 3 out of 10 for difficulty and around 15 hours to finish, with none of the trophies being really missable in a normal playthrough. Next, we've got The Walking Dead: The Telltale Definitive Series for $10, and this includes all 4 seasons, 400 days, and The Walking Dead Michonne, all graphically enhanced with extra behind-the-scenes bonus features, an art gallery, 3D model viewer with playable voice lines, and a music player with all 40-plus tracks across all the seasons. If you somehow missed out on this, it's an episodic, narrative-driven adventure where your choices shape the emotional and harrowing journey of survivors, especially the young Clementine, through the zombie apocalypse. Trophy-wise, it's unfortunately squished down into one single platinum, but expect it to be about a 2 out of 10 for difficulty and around 45 hours or so to finish all the way through each of the games. Next, we've got the Division 2 Gold Edition for $24, and it's the first time the Gold Edition has been on sale since its release earlier this year. This includes the Warlords of New York expansion, Battle for Brooklyn DLC, a level 40 boost that lets you jump straight into the Battle for Brooklyn campaign, and a stash space increase. If you somehow missed hearing about The Division, it's an online cover-based third-person shooter RPG set in Washington, D.C. months after a devastating virus outbreak. Trophy-wise, it's a 4 out of 10 for difficulty and around 50 hours to finish. Just be aware that some of the PvP trophies are way easier to do if you've got someone else to do it with, and while it is an online-only game, the vast majority of the game can be played entirely solo if you'd rather do that. Next, we've got Uno Ultimate Edition for about $16, and this includes all 6 of the DLCs. Blip, the 50th Anniversary, Party Mania, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, The Cult of Yara from Far Cry 6, and Phoenix's Quest from Phoenix Rising. It's an Ubisoft game after all, no surprise with all those. If you've somehow never played Uno before, it's a card game where you try to lose as many friends as possible by forcing them to draw more cards than they can hold in their hand. Trophy-wise, it's a 2 out of 10 for difficulty and around 8 hours to finish. Just be aware that you're going to have to play online 10 times for one of the trophies, so having friends to play it with is a pretty good idea. Next, we've got Fantasian Neo Dimension for about $37. This is the turn-based JRPG from Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi and composer Nobuo Uematsu that released last December, where amnesiac hero Leo uses a mysterious warp device to navigate handcrafted diorama worlds, battling a spreading mechanical infection with strategic trajectory combat to uncover his lost memories. Trophy-wise, it's a 3 out of 10 for difficulty and around 80 hours to finish across 2 playthroughs, one on normal and one on New Game Plus. Finally, we've got Signalis for $14. Released back in 2022, this is the retro-futuristic survival horror adventure where you play as Elster, a replica android who awakens from cryosleep on a derelict ship and must navigate a cold, dystopian world filled with puzzle-laden facilities, scarce resources, and nightmarish creatures in an homage to the horror classics of the 90s. Trophy-wise, it's a 3 out of 10 for difficulty and only around 5 hours to finish. You can do the entire game in one playthrough if you want to play on survival mode for that first playthrough, otherwise you can split it into 2. We got a pretty wide range of games this time around. Cyberpunk 2077 has greatly improved since its rough launch, and you get the acclaimed Phantom Liberty expansion with the Ultimate Edition, and the Batman Arkham Collection is just $6 for 3 critically acclaimed Batman games. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Cult of the Lamb, and The Walking Dead all have awesome gameplay and narrative depth, and rounding out the list are The Division 2, Uno, and Signalis, all of which offer great playtime to price value and mostly accessible trophy completion. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. Alright, that'll do it for me though, everybody. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to see more sale videos just like this one. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.